And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our Thursday morning live or Thursday evening. As I say, we have two people from the other side of the world. I'm so happy to be here with you all. My name is Tammy, and as you know me, I am a hairstylist living in the United States for the last 25 years with my husband and my two children. And I have been doing this online business for a while now, and we are going to talk about it and discuss today about this business. Today's topic is something that speaks directly to my heart and to the heart of many people around the world. The subject is from survival to stability, how online income can change a migrant's lives. And whether you are a migrant yourself, have friends or family who are, or simply want to understand the real struggle and solutions that people face when they move to a new country, you are in the right place. Let me first welcome my amazing co-host Nancy and Keith. Hi Nancy, hi Keith. Thank you very much for being here with me today. And we have an amazing guest today, Gayani. And I ask everyone to please introduce yourself. Keith, please go ahead.
I had to find the unmute button. Hey, good morning, everybody, and good evening, wherever you're at. I'm Keith Hall. I'm from Alberta, Canada. I worked in the oil and gas industry for a bunch of years, and we were kind of laughing about immigration before we came on because I worked in Cuba for a lot of years, and I immigrated back to Canada in 2021, and this is the topic that we're talking about today. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass it off to you, Nancy.
Awesome. Thank you, Keith. So as a migrant to Australia 26 years ago, mother to six, and sorry, why is it six? I don't know. I don't have any three on the way. Mother to three, and my background is in early childhood education. And last 2 years, I've been doing this online business. And yes, our discussion is about migrants. That's what I was talking actually on my Instagram live as well too, and why this online business is something that all migrants, and it's for everyone, but in general tonight we talk about migrants, they could do it. Thank you, Tammy. And now we pass it on to Gayani.
Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. So I'm originally from Sri Lanka. I moved to Australia in 2017 and actually now living with my two beautiful kids and with my husband. Professionally, I'm working as a teacher aide in a government school and doing this business for a while, for a couple of months actually. And yes, here I am.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's jump into our subject. Migrants often arrive in a new country with hope, but also with huge challenges. We usually leave behind our careers, our homes, sometimes even our family, our profession, our professional degrees may not be recognized to the new country, language barriers, lack of local work experience, or even low-income jobs become the reality for us. And many feel that they are just surviving instead of living or thriving. But the good news is, as the internet has opened a new doors for us, opportunities that don't require perfect English, local degrees, or even leaving your home. These are the opportunities that opens these days for us. Guys, Nancy, Keith, do you want to go ahead and talk about your experience a little bit? I start with you, Nancy.
Okay, sure. Look, for me, if I go back 26 years ago, if there was opportunity like this that time, I would grab it straight away. And why? The reason is because when I was like I'm in early childhood education, I had to go start from like very base level, certificate 3, diploma, then get my degree, and then lots of experience to be in management role. But if it was something like that then, which is now we have this online opportunity, you don't need many years of experience, many years of nightless sleep, studying and getting qualifications for it. So you can come and join, and then we train you a month or two, and that's with technology. It's up-to-date technology that people go study for it, actually getting degree. My daughter's friend getting a degree in social media marketing, and that's a very high, what they call it here, 8R. That means when they finish the HSC, they need to get a level, certain numbers is up to 100, and no one gets 100, usually is 99 point something. And for that, she could get studying marketing in a good university in Sydney. It was 99. Her 8 hours, like you could go study basically be a doctor. So you don't have to go do that. We teach you how to use basic things, and you don't. For me, if I was a new migrant to Australia, and I would start with online business. Yes, we need doing online business straight away. You need to have some sort of investment, but then you could do some job, and then you get this one. And while you're working, gain this one, get knowledge, and grow your online business. You don't have to do the other one at all. I feel like if you don't have to do study, you don't have to do that hard work, many years study to do something, and it's still getting over because you're doing someone else's future, not yours. You see, gaining that, and for pay rise every financial year, a bit of pay rise, or every staff appraisal, you get a bit of pay rise. Start doing that. Start the online business. Do your research and get into it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Keith. Very much. Thank you very much, Nancy. How about you, Keith?
Yeah, there's last night I was on one of our channels that we're all a part of, and there was a lady in there asking about she's from Africa, and she was asking if it took any degrees or diplomas or a specific study to do this business. And I kind of was reading what everybody was putting there and answering to her what the replies were. And this is kind of embarrassing for me, but I'll tell you what, and I'm not an immigrant. Again, we were kind of laughing and talking about I worked in Cuba for over 20 years and came back to Canada here. But I put a reply there, and what I told her was this, and again, this is embarrassing for me to even say, but I put it there for her. I never even completed grade 12. I left home at a very young age. I left home when I was 17, and I told her, I said, I didn't even complete my grade 12. I worked overseas in the oil and gas industry. And the only reason that I was able to do that was because I had a strong back and a very strong work ethic. That's something that, growing up, how I grew up, that's what I knew to do was to work. And that's what I was taught at a very young age. And a while after about, I don't know what it was, 3 or 4 hours, I went back to see what the other comments were because I was really interested in what this other people were replying to her as. And, she was the only one that replied. She replied to my comment, but she didn't reply to anybody else's. And there was quite a few of them, maybe 20 or 30 comments there. So maybe what I said to her made her realize that, she could be able to do this job. And then on the other side of it, I think that all of you are full aware of, and myself, I've really noticed that the Filipino community within this online business, they seem to do very well. Those people, they come to Canada or the United States or wherever, and the Filipinos do very, very well at this business. And I had a conversation with another person about this, and they see the potential of this business. And it's amazing to me how many people in Canada, Canadians, they don't see it. They just don't grasp that this could be a reality, and it can be a real thing. I know that it's a hard thing because there, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of online scams out there. There is, absolutely there is. But there also is a bunch of real online businesses, and not just this one. So whatever. I mean, take it for what it is. Give it a shot. Take a look at it. Yeah, back to you, Tammy.
Thank you very much, Keith, for sharing your journey. And don't feel bad. You know, everybody has their own journey. And I am on the same page with you because I don't have the academic degree either. I always wanted to become a doctor when I left my country 30 some years ago, because I used to live in Canada for 7 years, and then I moved to United States. But life is hard. Life is very difficult. And at that age, at that time, I was alone. I didn't have money to go to college. And it was very, very difficult. And that I always had that in back of my mind, that I wanted to have my degree, and anything I couldn't. I studied the field I wanted, but I always had that problem. And throughout these years, I studied a lot, not academically, but the books or the subjects that it interests me. But now, kind of feel that maybe I'm way ahead of the game, because I didn't spend that much time on education, and I educated myself the way I wanted. And with the opportunity of the internet, we can educate ourselves to whatever we want, and we don't have to have that actual degree, if you know. And the funny thing is, I just wanted to bring an example of my experience as an immigrant. When I went to Canada, that year, I was working at the store, and they were selling all the houseware stuff, pots and pans, and all those stuffs. And being a newcomer, I didn't have enough English knowledge about all these different words in for the household. And everyone who came to the store asking for someone, I instantly would say that we don't have it, and they would leave. And I back then I had a big dictionary, because we didn't have internet, we didn't have all these tools to quickly look up the word. So I had a big paper with me every day, writing the words. And when I go home every night, I had like 150 words to look up and find the meaning in my language, to understand what they were talking about. And one day I remember that this guy came in, and I was standing right at the front door, and he was looking for a cutting board. And I said, we don't have it. And he left. And I thought about it for a moment, that cutting board, what is cutting board? And I realized that cutting board is that the board that is used for cutting the stuff. And I looked around and saw the cutting board is hanging on the wall on the other side of the store. And I was so embarrassed. If the guy came in and saw the cutting board, would you know, that was my experience back then. And I had to study English every night, and it was very frustrating. But now, a few months ago, I went to Brazil, and they talk Portuguese. They speak Portuguese, and I didn't know Portuguese at all. But thanks to ChatGPT and all the applications, I didn't have a problem communicating with these people. And my point is, we don't have to have any experience these days, or any background knowledge, especially with this online business that we are doing, because we have so many tools and stuff that it makes our life so easy. And we can just enjoy the ride and enjoy the opportunity that this nowadays offers us. I talk too much. Thank you for listening to me. Now I'm just gonna pass it on to Gayani, please.
Hi, yes. So actually, like having young kids, this is my story because, like, when they were small, actually, it was so heartbreaking to leave them in the daycare for, like, times. And like, because as a migrants we don't have family support. Like me, there are so many people who migrate from other countries. They don't have family support because they come to another country, build their life slowly, and it's very difficult to get their parents and to take care of their kids. Like, so most of the people drop their kids in the daycare, which is really heartbreaking. But luckily, I started this business couple of months ago and I was able to reduce my working hours. And now, yes, so now I have some time to spend with the kids. So actually, this business, like, because I don't have to be with the business all the time, which I can spend with my kids. And, like, I can spend time with, like, I can do the business as well simultaneously. So this business has so much of flexibility and gives us time freedom, which we everyone having. If you have young kids, and you definitely as migrants, we don't have support here in another country. So if you like, if you're someone who is like that thinking of starting a business, so definitely this will be a right fit. Because, like, if you don't have support and you don't want to, because it's so, for me it was really heartbreaking to, like, drop them in the daycare and have to go to work. And the days that I was working from 9 to 5, it's not 9 to 5 because transportation also takes some time. And, like, yes, so it was very hard in the beginning. But gradually, when you engage in something like this, actually it gives you a lot of freedom to be around the kids and to get what you actually want. Because this life, we have to live the life, not like living paycheck to paycheck and just missing the kids and missing the most important time of your life. Yes, so I think this is a good fit for the people here, definitely for migrants.
Yeah. Can I add
Thank you.
something to
Yeah,
Keith's
go ahead.
conversations? I was thinking of Keith talking about a lot of migrants, especially Filipino, that they're successful in this business. So I just want to put it in general, migrant, this one, not just one specific culture. The reason migrants come to this business and they are successful, I think, is because when we come to a new country, we bring with us, most of us, I feel like, nothing, 2 bags only, and start from beginning, very base level. And then we don't have any other, you might not have any other financial support unless you're coming there. They got a visa business for, no, visa for business, like that's different. They got hundreds of $1,000s in their account, that's different. But if you're coming to live in a country, either is you work skilled, or just like me, got married, my husband was living here and didn't have any experience, didn't have any money. When I entered this country, I had nothing. Yes, I didn't have much over there. Then I come, then again, there's nothing over here too. But the sad thing is, when you enter a new country, yes, you're gonna have a good life way ahead of you, but then you have to start somewhere from get-go. And then I think is a 30-year-old woman is equal, her money-wise, I think, is to a 14-year-old if you're migrated at that age. Because a 14 or 13-year-old, they got job, they got whatever they're making, I think their saving is more than a 30-year-old migrants. Even their life insurance or whatever their superannuation, they call them here, they've got is more. So, and then as we get older, we got, I'm not sure you guys got, probably you got some sort of super, they call them, but then we call it just superannuation. I'm not sure I'm saying it's a foreign to you guys. Is that insurance things the government take from our income, stays there, end of our retirement money. Well, I'll put it this way, retirement money. So, like, say I come over here, started work at 30. When by the time I retire, depends on the income. You might get 200. You're lucky 300,000, and that's all for your retirement. And if you have a house that get less, you get less, and they pay you less. Just all the calculations there. But if a 14-year-old, 12-year-old start working over here, by the time they retire, they've got $1.5 million, even $2 million in their retirement plan. So we don't have that. So I think most of the migrants comes and then they need to support their families overseas, and that's why they grab this online opportunity, because that is the this is what promise big, and it is true promise as well. To if they come and hard working people, they come and work hard on it, you get what you want, because you got that big reason and big why behind you. And if that's you, that's good work for your life as well too. You got that big why, and then that's the heart aching hard for your family, for yourself, for your future. I think that's a business for you to grow and thrive in it.
Thank you very much, Nancy. That was great. Yes, you are absolutely right. Thank you very much, Gayani, for your experience also. And I wanted to add this, that I was talking to someone yesterday. She's working at a very high university in Canada. And she was telling me this story of her friend or her co-worker that she retired, and after a few weeks or few months she decided to go back to work because the retirement that she's receiving, it's only cover for the next 4 years in her life, and after that her money is over and she doesn't have any backup or anything at all. So even after years of like 30 some years of working hard for a very high what do you call it, company, like a very good university, for many years her retirement plan was not much, and it only covered 4 years, will cover 4 years of her life, and she's going to struggle after that. That was the reason she went back to work. So this opportunity is really, really amazing for anyone, no matter if you are immigrant or any or a resident of that country. If you feel stuck, if you are tired of doing jobs that don't value your skills or time, there is another way. You can start small, learn step by step, and build a business that fits your life. We are not here to sell hype. We are here to show hope that real stories, real result, real people who took this chance, and they are surviving, thriving. So I think that's enough for today. If this message speaks to you, reach out to one of us, ask your question, take the first step, and it's very easy to join, because the very first step is very easy. You just send us your name and email, and we send you the complimentary information. And after that, we tell you to join the program, and the program is only $149 US, which is refundable after if you didn't want to join. Before the 30 days, you can get your money back guaranteed. And you can start your business small, but you can build a future that you can even imagine. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Gayani. And a huge thank you again to all your viewers. We hope this help you to make a very good decision for your future. Have a wonderful
Awesome.
day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.